Hi there, I'm Alex D. Now that we have uh, our model fully assembled, we can actually compile it for something in L4D2. Well, in this case, it's gonna be the AK because of, the slow rate of fire, the high damage, all that kind of sweet stuff that sort of makes it a battle rifle of choice in the game. And also because, the desert rifle, the SCAR, it does not actually fire in 3-round bursts in real life, and well, this is a good indicator that this thing is safe, semi-auto and full auto and no burst fire available for any of the SCAR versions. Since the SCAR was developed for, I think it was SOCOM, the special forces kind of guys, and these guys are smart enough not to uh, well, for the burst fire limiter not being necessary on their rifles, as opposed to your garden variety GIs, like the M16A4 is the burst firing weapon, because otherwise they would probably shoot like in the movies without actually hitting anything and expending a lot of ammunition. And the special forces are usually uh, one head above these kinds of guys, and well, long story short, the SCAR for the SCAR slot isn't happening. I'm not making it ever. If for some reason Fabrique Nacional makes a burst firing SCAR, then I will comply and I will make one for the SCAR slot. And this is a fully automatic or semi-automatic, so it's either a sniper rifle or an assault rifle like the M16 or AK. Maybe a submachine gun because it's also fully automatic. And why not replace, the Mac-10 with a suppressed SCAR H and just make a decent script for that? Also, well, it's kind of possible to replace like the Magnum pistol with a semi-automatic SCAR. Then we'll need to have two reload animations, either a copy of one another or two completely different ones. I know at least one animation set that uh, has two reloads, so that's kind of possible, but I don't know, I would rather try and make an M1 Garand rifle. I'm not sure if it's Garand or Garand or whatever, so forgive me for that. And well, the empty reload being faster than the tactical reload, and I'll just need to find an animation set for that to probably cut it in half, but that's a story for another time. Now we have a SCAR for the AK, and I'm going to make a completely normal Eagle Heavy rifle. I'm going to save it in a different file. We'll call it Payday 2 SCAR. Yep. And now what we're going to do is unhide everything basically, and start importing stuff already because we have the reference, we have the QC. We can already import the reference, and oh, what the hell? I like it list. And why the what is sort by name? What kind of sorting by name is this? Is it now? That's really funky. I don't like it. Jesus Christ, Who the fuck thought this would be a great idea to sort it like this? Oh, small icons. I've missed list. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. Okay, I take back what I said. Scar beside any source, and I want the SMD file. It's gonna take a while because it's the first time today I'm doing that, and I'm probably going to remove the sniper stock and everything else that is not well. Then again, I'll probably leave it there for potential alternative versions of this rifle. You know, maybe a sniper rifle version, because why not? The sniper stock, the elongated barrel, the folded sights, maybe even the ergonomic sniper grip. We'll see. Anyway, what do we have here? We have here our sweet reference. Let's hide everything but that. And see what kinds of bones are we working with. Edit envelopes. Wow, that's bad. Why is AFG a bone? These are probably not bones, they are just model names. Whatever. What we need is scar, which is the base. Scar bolt, which is the entire bolt, including the ejection port and the charging handle. That makes sense, because that's one assembly. Bolt release. Well, we could try and animate that. If I remember correctly, it actually moves in this animation, so it would be a sweet detail if we manage to do that. Bullets. Okay, I don't see what's happening in there, so I need to kinda swim inside the model. I don't see a bullet in here. Do I see bullets? Yep, I see bullets, and it kinda is not fully weighted. Anyway, what about the bullet? Is it somewhere deep inside the magazine for animation reasons? How do I get inside? I don't. That's bullshit. I should get inside. Oh, I see the bullet now. It's here. It would be easier for me to clone this thing and delete the parts that have nothing to do with the magazine. So clone as copy. Let's not make this mistake again. Right, let's rename it to rifle mags so that I would understand what's going on. Yes. Let's, well, vertices for easier, like, you know, if I'm going to just select elements like this, it's going to select really every single polygon is its own element, and that's just bad. So I have to weld it as tiny amount as possible. It's this one, and weld selected, and it's gonna look bad, but it's the looks are not what we're here for. Now we can select our elements we don't need and just be removing them. Okay, that's the follower. That's probably its own bone as well. Okay, now that we have removed most of the receiver, we can see what's going on. So scar is still this, bolt release, bullet. Let me check edged faces. So this bullet is inside the magazine, so I'll have to watch out for that. Actually, I do think that this singular bullet is the one that's animated as being chambered, and since I do not have a modeled ejection port on my model, I probably won't need this particular. Uh, these are the 3 bullets that would show up between the feed lips. Fire selector. Fire selector is also its own bone. Well, it's not going to move in this animation, so follower, yes, as I've left told, it's its own bone. Mag release left, so this part of the mag release, it also moves. I could animate that as well. Mag release right, which I kinda don't see. Maybe that's because I've removed a good chunk of the receiver, but this is what's supposed to be the mag release, this round button here. But okay, the magazine's obvious, and the trigger, of course. Well, I'm definitely not animating the trigger because you basically never see the trigger moving. I have to. So let's go back to our full model and see if it actually makes any difference for the mag release. Right, no difference. Well, at least in Dennis' case. Maybe the original Insurgency Mark 12, so-called, did actually animate that part, but I could go ahead and try this as well, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be completely obstructed, never seen. And what else? Valve biped, there is nothing to do in here. MP7 sights, that's not MP7 sights, man, but okay. Anyway, yeah, these are not... Oh, bipod leg. What? Maybe that's a mistake. But... it's probably so trivial, actually. Anyway, yeah. This figuring out the bones takes some time. Well, it's usually obvious, but well, not always. Sometimes the bones, like some RB animation had bones named after items in, I don't remember, Lineage or maybe League of Legends or something like that, or maybe World of Warcraft. I don't remember, but it was kind of hilarious. But very not intuitive, you know. So yeah, okay. Now I can deselect that and get back to our model. Let's unhide it. It's misrotated, so let's rotate the whole thing and save right now. Scale it down to 40. It's usually 40. For some reason, Call of Duty models and Payday 2 models are like 2.5 times larger than those used in Source Engine. Maybe that's a universal thing. Maybe that's just the Source Engine that's using such small models. Oh, now this. That's because I did not change the pivot points. As you can see, the pivot points are there, and these ones are 0, 0, 0, and these are definitely not. Actually, neither of these are now 0, 0, 0, but anyway, these are one and the same, and these are not. Let's undo all that. I've probably done a lot. Yep, that's it. I can't undo this anymore, but I can just set scale to 100 again for every part. At least the rotation is good. Move. Okay. Now I'll just rotate it. Oh, what? Oh, no, 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 not this one. I hope I didn't change this scale. No, I didn't. I have not changed this scale. Rotate it back again and see if it's 0, 0, 0. Yeah, it's back to 0, 0, 0. Oh, it's rotation. And position is also 0, 0, 0. Great, perfect, excellent. Now I want those two to have their pivots at 0, 0, and 0. And now I'm perfectly safe to rotate and scale as I desire. 40, 40, 40. Now I can save. Now I can safely save. Make sure this is 0. It wasn't. And place it over here. Place it over here. It seems to be slightly larger than this, so I have to scale it down a bit. And oh, it's also misplaced because, you know, reasons. Anyway, let's find the middle there. Oh, that's a lot of lines. I think I'm getting a headache already. Ow. I'm becoming too old for this shit. Yeah, like this. Now that this is centered, we can get to left. Save. And start moving it over here. Oh, and now it seems like it's not too large because I've just moved it into correct position. Now it seems to be too small. Funny, isn't it? Okay, let's scale it up to like 42, 42, 42. Move. The magazine is okay. The receiver is alright. The trigger guard. Everything seems to be in order. The sides are almost in the same place. The stock is almost the same length. I'll need to move the angle forward grip slightly in front in order to accommodate for the animation that grips this foregrip, unless I'd like to edit the animation, which I'd not like to do. What else? So this looks okay. This looks okay. Let's check top again. Hope it's still centered. Yeah, it kinda is. It's fine. Alright, now that we have that, now that we have that sorted out, and it also looks fine over here. Yep. By the way, almost forgot about this guy. Mirror. Yep. Now we're set, basically. Okay. This is not too big of a deal, I guess. We'll try to animate that. We'll try, but it's not necessarily going to work out. But So let's start with the AFG and move it like this. Yep. Just gonna make sure that it's not too much in front. Actually, do they have that, you know, sharp angle AFG? Or is it some artistic liberty by Overkill? They probably do have one like this. We're going to use the power of Google again. Magpul AFG. It probably has a different name if it's a different model. Well, so far this doesn't look too, well, not too. This is a completely different model. Something similar we could see on the Contractor 308 model. This is almost straight, but not too straight, you know? Okay, this line is straight, but this is like too level. Let's see what model we have. We have the straight model, and it's almost straight. So that's pretty close to the real thing. Yeah, I'd say that we are not going to change that a lot. We're not going to touch this at all because it's gonna take a while, and I don't want to take a while. I've already taken a while, so why take a while more? This is fine, I like it. Let's say. Anyway, let's start weighting the gun parts to the bones, and I want the bones that are not going to be welded weighted to the main root bone, to have an additional underscore in their names. Grapes, mags, yeah, mag, bullet, and the bolt handle is going to be renamed. Let's sort by name, and now we have these bones as, you know, the moving bones, and everything in here is gonna be static, except, as I already have said, we are going to try and animate these things. So let's try and detach this to its own element. Well, this looks kind of funky, if you ask me, but nobody asked me, so interesting. It's probably missing something, but okay. As I'm fond of saying, I'll take it. Now detach as G, mag release. Let's hide the mag release and see if we've missed something. No, nothing. Now this is going to be detached as well. And we are going to try and not forget the back faces. Oh, and the below faces. This does not have a back face, probably. Detach G double underscores bolt release. Oh, I forgot something. Yep, I did. Sure did. Detach. What's this? Um, and let's just hide the upper receiver and see if we're missing something. Let's now not hide the lower receiver because it's, well, it's what's important right now. Um, that's okay. And shall we try and animate this thing? Wouldn't hurt to try. Let's do exactly that. Oh crap. Detach. And oh, mag release. Right. And this is mag release left. Now let's unhide these things. And object 001. Let's attach this object to our bolt release. Now I have a complete bolt release. Alright. What now? Now I'm just going to wait the stuff finally. Skin. Oh, we shall unhide the bones. Scar bolt. Skin. Scar bolt release. Bullet. Bullet is probably going to use bullets bone, if that's what appears on the follower, because you know the single bullet, I think it actually kind of goes into the chamber, but we'll see about that. Also, we have something weird happening with these bullets. They are like not weighted fully, so we'll see about that. Mag, that's obviously going to have its own bone named magazine. Mag release left. And mag release right. If it even matters anyway. Well, but we'll see. And everything else is going to be weighted to a bone named simply Scar. Now I can save the file. And, well, let's think about it for a while. Let's delete that. Okay, first things first. Let's try and see what's going on with the magazine. Edit envelopes, edit faces, and if I select bullets, these are going to be yellow, so it's like 50% to this bone. And no, it's not follower. It's, oh, okay, I see. It's 50% to the magazine and 50% to bullets. Let's see. Yep, magazine and bullets. Great. Now we figured this out. Now it's no longer a mystery to us. We can delete that. Let's get back to our bullet and add another bone, which is magazine. And we should check the weight tool. Edit envelopes, vertices. Let's select our vertices. It's still 1-1, but I want 50% that, 50% this. Probably. We'll see about that. Let's save. Unhide everything. Okay, now that we've done the weighting, the skinning, whatever, yep, we're going to export this, but how? Are we going to export this as a singular model or as several body groups for easier management, or is it not easier management? Have I shown you the body groups? I've probably not shown the body grouping, so that's what I'm going to do to make this video even longer. Crap. Please don't do this stupid shit. Yeah, that's more like it. Save. Anyway, to make this easier for us, we're going to make the backup file. Basically, the original file is going to be our backup, and this is going to be something else entirely. So we can delete that, our old reference already. And let's delete all the stuff that is not going to be shared on this particular animation set in several compile versions. Let's delete. We are going to keep the bolt. We are going to keep the bolt release, the bullet, the magazine release, the grip. We are going to delete the barrels because they can vary between versions. Rail cover. Well, I'm keeping that. Rail extension, that's definitely going to go. Flash hiders, all of them. Flip sides, all of them. Grips, all of them. Pegs, all of them. Stocks, all of them. And we basically have the receiver, the magazine, and this grip is going to be shared on this particular animation set. There is no reason to delete that and think that this is going to use some other grip in the other compile, because this animation set is built around this grip. And now we have the base. We can export that already as a body group. Where are we? Let's create a new folder, call it Payday2 scar, and Payday2 scar is going to be base. We're not going to save that. We are going to go back to our previous version of this file, and now we are going to delete the bolt release, the magazine, the AFG, the receiver, rail cover, and I think that's it. Now we can save that, because we have a different file that has everything, including the old reference, and this file is going to be missing the parts we have already exported. What are we going to do now is export some barrels. We'll start with the long one and delete everything else. Export as B long. Now we'll go back to our file, delete that, and export the medium barrel. Export barrel medium, B medium. Go back, and let's export the short barrel now. along with its flash hider, because I'm not sure if I'm going to remove the flash hider and replace it with a suppressor at this point. And if I do decide, I'll just remake these with my original file, I guess. Or maybe if the suppressor is big enough to actually conceal the entire muzzle flash hider, I'll just cover it up with a different body group and nobody will notice. Unless you use the model editor or whatever. Now we can go back to our scar model and let's delete the barrels right away and save. Now we have you know what I'm thinking that oh, okay, well, that's a bit of clipping in case the front side is folded. It's going to clip inside this pretty large laser designator, but that means if I'm ever making a sniper version, I am going to make I'm going to make the laser in here, like it was in the original Payday and not in the Murky Water version. So, I'm just doing this. I'm deleting everything and exporting the rail extension as a separate body group. A rail extension, file saved. Let's go back and delete that. We can save now. Okay, flip up sights. Flip down first. Flip down sights. Export. Flip down. Saved. Let's go back. And now flip up. Flip up. Export. This is exciting, isn't it? You should totally become a modder, because that's a great process of doing something for quite an amount of time and then finally hitting the compile button and actually getting something that works. It's just the best feeling ever. And well, now I have a bunch of grips, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use any of those two. At least for now, I'm not sure. Okay, let's delete everything except the Hogue grip. Payday scar grip, Hogue. Don't save. Now I can delete all the grips from here. Save. Now the laser sights. Export. Pack. Just pack. And this one as pack extended. Why though? I'm not going to do this right now. I'm just going to export the stocks, the normal stock first. Export. It's gonna be funny if everything I'm doing right now is well, what's the word? In vain. Yeah. Stock standard. And don't save. Export stock sniper. Okay. Now we can actually try and compile that. We should make a copy of this file, Payday2 scar. Let's see what we have here. I have changed something already, and Notepad++, remembered that. Anyway. Oh. What do I want here? First things first. It's not the rifle. It's the rifle AK-47, I think. And as you can see, it has one body group, and I'm going to have a lot of them. Well, not this many, but still. Let's start with the base. You can name this whatever you like, but I'm going to name it in a sensible manner. Base. It was base, was it? Yeah, it was base. Then body group with barrels. In my case, it's gonna be barrel medium. And you might as well already copy this 3 times and make it long and short in here. By the way, I've named the medium barrel med. Yep. And comment these ones out. We're not going to compile these right now. And if you have more body groups and try to use the model RNG, it's not going to work. Unfortunately, you have to make every RNG part in its own separate body group. Should comment this out when you're making the final compile, but you can actually cycle the body groups in the model viewer, and we're not going to do that, at least not now. And okay, the sights come up next. Sights. It's flip up and flip down. Flip down. Down. Okay. No one else. Grip, unpack, rail extension, and stock. So I should make 4 additional body groups. Like this. This is grip. Payday2 grip hog. Unless it's G. No, it's not G. Laser pack. This was stock, and whatever this. Oh, rail extension. Extension. Rail. Next. And stock standard. Stock sniper. I'm going to keep this one not commented out for us to see what's going on. And I'm going to remove this empty folder. I don't know the reason it's always there. Payday2 scar. We'll keep this. This is fine. Go merge, and now let's have a look around at the animation files. Sequence deploy. Rifle deploy. Rifle slide back, slide forward. Helping hand retract. Okay, I have a nicely edited game sound weapons like, you know, ricochets, pistol silver, dual pistol, auto shotgun, chainsaw, pipe bomb, bat, AWP, and all that. And I have a file which is nicely edited to only show the file names and their event names. I don't know what that is, but unless there are copies, like, you know, every weapon, uh, almost every weapon in the game uses a rifle helping hand extend sounds. The actual sounds, the wave sounds, are uh, located in the rifle gun other folder. And even if it's, you know, hunting rifle helping hand extend, it's still gonna use this sound. Let's search for hunting rifle. Yeah, hunting rifle helping hand extend. Weapons rifle gun other. A rifle helping hand extend. So this is basically a carbon copy of the other sound event, and it's not necessary to, you know, use a longer name in this case. So what do we have here? We are going to make the AK. So the AK has deploy, clip in out locked, slide back, slide forward, slide back, slide forward, exactly what the rifle has. So we're going to use it's not hyphenated or no underscore, it's just AK47. AK47. Let's just copy it here, there, and we're going to keep rifle helping hand retract, or maybe even remove it altogether if we find that it sounds annoying. Okay, fire. That's a lot of custom particle effects. I really don't like the custom particle effects. Maybe I do like them, but I don't want to mess with them, so I never use them. And okay, we'll see about that. So we have the default muzzle flash and the shell ejection, which for some reason does not have an actual, you know, I don't remember if this file has it, but shoot, no, it doesn't. It does not. It's something very old when I didn't really care for this kind of stuff. Okay, let's open this one. This is modern, this is new. Create particle brass, the frame number, the name, and the attachment name inside the quotes. I'm not sure, but okay, we'll keep it that way. Maybe we'll make it frame 1. Maybe we'll keep it frame 0. Okay, and we'll see what's happening later. Reload. Push button. We are definitely commenting this one out. AK clip out. AK clip in. Slide back, slide forward. Retract, retract. Why does it use retract twice? Let's what's the other one called? Extend? Yeah, extend. Copy. No, don't save. Let's use extend in this case. Why is it 0.2 seconds fade in? Shouldn't it be less than that? Maybe like this. Okay, the melee layer fades in instantly, and there is no helping hand and all that. So we're pretty much ready right now, I think, except we don't have any textures right now, but we can live without them. We'll make them soon enough. And compile, let's compile our scar. Nope. Payday2 scar, compile. And we are missing something out, right? Payday2 scar base SMD. Oh, okay. Now that's something I forgot to mention. Since we made a folder, we should actually mention that we have one. So it should look like this, Payday2 scar, and then the name of our SMD, because this is the root folder and this reference is in the root folder, but this is a subfolder, and of course we're going to account for that. That's very important. Now we can compile again and see if it has any more errors. No, it does not. That's a lot of materials. We're going to have a good old time making all these textures, and it's gonna be another video, I guess. Okay, this is our untextured scar model. Actually, I for some reason already made the extension body group. I am not going to use it, so I'm just commenting it out. The slash and asterisk means that everything that goes after that is basically commented out and not read by the compilers or whatever. And it ends with an asterisk and slash, which is, well, these lines are not read, and the two slashes means only this line is not read. Am I making myself clear? Okay, anyway, we're not going to need that right now. Let's go to model. We see a lot of our well, body groups, and stock has two submodels, the normal one and the sniper one. Yeah, this is how it works. So when it's fully textured, it's nice to test out the submodels. So sometimes it's a good idea to actually make a copy of that and name it, people name it Half-Life Model Viewer, but you can simply name it Viewer or whatever. So, and test out the body groups and all kinds of stuff, and keep it separate from the actual in-game compile. I'm not going to need this one right now because the basic version is all I'm going to make at this point of my life. So now that I've changed that and saved, and while we are here, let's oh, what's that? What is that? Is this because I have too many body groups? Let's recompile it and see if it happens again. It still happens again, so it's something else entirely. I'm not sure what this is. This is a part of the magazine. It's most likely our, bullet. Yep, that should be it. Okay, let's go to view model mode, increase the FOV, and to make it easier for us to see, we are going to find the texture of the bullet in some of my previous compiles. Probably this one. Yep. Let's make a folder right away. Call it Payday2 scar. Paste the bullet textures here, and not forget to rename the folder inside the material file because it still refers to the AR-15 folder. And I should change it to scar. Save. Now we can make it slower. Refresh. Okay, our bullet is floating because I neglected to actually move it in a different place. Like, remember, Payday2 scar, don't save. Not going to need that file anymore. I'm going to just delete it right away. Payday2 scar. I also don't need this file because it's a copy of this one, and it's a pretty large file, all things considered. Oh, I also have this happening here and there. Scar. Yeah, I'm still here. I forgot to move the bullet inside the magazine because I'm an idiot. Anyway, let's actually, can I see where it's positioned? Skin, edit envelopes, bullets. Okay, I see the bullets. I see the actual bullets, and I see the bullet, and I don't want to see the bullet, probably. Okay, so this did not really work out, so I'm going to make the bullet visible again. Delete the skinning, move it below, somewhere in here, and skin it to just bullets and not the magazine. We'll try this out. Now I can unhide all, delete this, delete all this stuff, all the grips, lasers and rail extensions, keep the cover, the grip, and all the moving stuff. Yep, kinda like this. export. We're going to export this as our base again. Well saved. Alright. Let's go back to our previous version that still has everything. Okay, and recompile. I don't see anything, so we should increase the FOV. We should increase it even more. I can see the round now, but let's see if... So that was the problem. The two bones. They kinda had conflicted ideas on where the bullet should go. Forgive me. Now, okay, let's see what's with the bullet anyway. It's easier to see if we're just seeing the actual. I don't even see it here, like at all. Alright, we're going to take the layer animation and hope it. Oh, it kinda does. Okay, let's see what's happening. I should make it lower. I should make it lower. How much? Almost. Well, at least half of its body. Delete skin, and now I'm going to use my thumb to see where the middle of this model is, and it's over here. This is fun. This guessing of the tiny bones positioning is actually the most frustrating thing to happen, but it's probably not as bad as having to redo the whole smoothing process if you export the model from the source engine. Okay, let's save now and do this all again. Delete this and this and the extension and this thing. Now we still have everything that moves, the foregrip, the two receivers, and the rail cover. Now we're gonna export this again and hope it works. I should probably have made a separate magazine body group just to work out the bullet positioning issues. It helps a lot. Anyway, let's close that. Let's compile using U and see what we've done. No bullet in here. Yes, bullet in here, and it looks alright. Let's get back to view model mode, idle, reload layer, and make it very slow so that we would see what's going on. Actually, this bolt release actually moves. The mag release does not in this particular part of the animation. Yep, the bolt release is actually animated. And I don't see the mag release moving at all. I don't see it move whatsoever. You know, this part of the mag release was weighted to the bipod right or bipod left, I don't remember. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. At least, you know, the bolt release actually moves, and this is a nice touch. Now we have our bullet figured out. Let's load some hands. Probably coaches. It's alright. Okay, let's continue figuring stuff out. Okay, this is our deploy animation. It's kinda long, but it's alright. Okay, the firing animation that Danny made is actually not that crazy as it used to be in the sniper version of this thing. We just need to figure out that how fast should the reload animation be on the AK. And the AK has a 100, the default AK has 100 frames played at 42 FPS, so its reload takes this many seconds, almost as many as well, it's slightly slower than the M16 and the SMG's reloads, because the M16 takes this many seconds to reload, and the SMGs are like these, I think. Yep. So the M16 is the champion of quick reloads of the automatic weapons. Then the SMGs come close by, and the AK is slightly slower. And then everything else, like, you know, the SCAR, the grenade launcher, the military sniper rifle, they all take 3 and 3 seconds to reload. The hunting rifle is slightly quicker, very slightly quicker than that, and the Counter-Strike source weapons are kinda messed up. But okay, I'm digressing already. I digress. I shouldn't do it. I should figure out how many frames this thing has. So reload, the actual reload animation. Funny thing. The reload animation has 150 frames. So I want 150 frames take this many seconds, and it's, you know, I could have figured this out on my own, since it's 1.5 times quicker than that, but it's 50 right now, and it's not what we're looking for. We should make reload quicker. It's gonna be 63, but we don't have to make the reload layer as fast as the actual reload animation, because the actual reload animation, the reload sequence, it is basically a timer, and a reload layer is what you see, and we don't see anything right now, but this is how it's going to look like. Basically the same as the actual reload. How many frames do you have? Maybe something else? No, 150 still. So let's figure out when are we ready to fire. At frame 140 we already have our finger on the trigger. 130 even. Let's try 130 at this many seconds. 54.6. That's kind of okay. 54.6. Yep. Okay, the melee animation can be whatever it likes. The deploy animation should be 1 second long. So if it's 72 frames per second, it should be 72 frames per second. If it's 72 frames long, it should be 72 frames per second. And the layer animation doesn't have to be, because we already have figured out it's 57, 57, 58 maybe. Yeah, let it be 58, maybe even 58 it is. Oh, it's 56. Let's keep it 56. I like it. Yep, perfect, great. We fixed the reload, we fixed the deploy. The melee is fine as always. And what else? Nothing else. It doesn't have too many animations, which is great. I'm going to close that. We are going to... Oh, by the way, while we are still here, we are going to make our attachments. We are probably going to keep the shell in the same place. Oh, it's kinda awkward, but okay. Whatever. The muzzle flash. Wow. Touch muzzle. Touch shell eject is, as always, in the wrong place. Okay. What's important is the flashlight, and it's since Denny's model used basically the same laser aiming module, we can keep the same position. We can keep it, yeah. What we want to change is the muzzle flash. We are going to move it forward. What is forward? This one? Yep. It's minus 24. No, it's a lot. 22. Yep, 22. Minus 22. Touch muzzle minus 22. 22. And we're going to make this the same for the shell eject, because this is the correct way to do the muzzle flash. This is where the smoke from the barrel actually comes out, and if it comes out from, you know, the shell ejection, it's how Valve designed it. It's yeah, that's bad. We're done here basically. Danny is an absolute lad. Shared his source files at the slightest mentioning of me wanting to use some of his animations, and he's just a great guy in general. Okay, let's see our animations again. And this is how they look without being sped up, which they are going to be. Okay, now let's compile again, and this is probably going to be the final version. This is the animation already sped up. What about the deploy? It's fine. Okay, what haven't I tested yet is firing on the move, aiming up and down, aiming up and wow, aiming up and down. Okay, uh, reloading. Nothing gets broken, I suppose. Deploy layer. Okay, I'm happy with the result. Now we only need to make a shit ton of textures for that. And then the world model, and then testing, and then it's ready for release. It's pretty much almost a complete mod. So yeah, next video will be about making the textures again. I'm not sure if this is going to be fun, but for the sake of completeness of this entire making a Payday 2 Eagle Heavy saga, I'm going to take you through the whole process. So yeah, see you in the next video.